OMG.
Yes, here we are. We are live. We're recording.
That's exciting.
That is live streamed. Got it. All that stuff.
It is Thursday again.
Yes, it is. You know, one of my favorite days of the week. I love seeing you, chatting with you, doing this thing that we do. Always a pleasure. Welcome to another episode of
Scrutiny with Cheri and Andy.
I'm Andy Vargo, and this is my bestie,
Cheri Hardman. We decided to do something.
Yeah.
Andy Vargo and I will do anything for attention.
Yes, we will.
I'll tell you what I did. My nails, my hair, and my nails, my hair.
You gotta give yourself credit for all the things you do.
I'll tell you what I did earlier, later.
Now I don't know when it'll happen.
Earlier. And we're here to discuss my nails, my hair, and
being the best at no matter what it is that you're doing. Now I don't know when it'll happen.
I'm actually really having a crappy day today, but it feels good to be doing this, except for that piece of hair right there is causing me an issue.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Oh, well.
I hate the...
It's the FFL look.
I had one the other day.
F.
I had one the other day that was like just a couple had come down out of the top. And so they were kind of hanging separate. And I was driving, and I was like, I look like a freaking cockatiel because I just had like this little poof.
Do you know what the FFL is?
No.
Oh. When your hair's all messed up, it's the freshly blank look.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. I thought you were like future foreign leaders of America or something, but FFL. Okay.
No, you know,
freshly,
nothing clean and wholesome like that for me.
The freshly frisked look. Gotcha. Nice.
So, how are you?
I'm good. You know, today, this is my third run at podcasts. I have been recording all day with breaks in between. I think I texted you earlier. It was like podcast nap, because I kind of come to the realization that I needed to be fresh for the next thing, and I didn't want to podcast, race through a bunch of stuff, and then not be in a good mindset. So I really just took breaks between. I did some little chores around the house, but I really tried to not squeeze everything in and then have things not feel like they're getting their full attention. So it's been a very Zoom heavy conversational day, but it's energizing.
Well, good. I had a conversation before you with the people from Cut Video.
Yeah.
There's something in the works. I don't know if I'm supposed to not ruin it by
you're probably
saying what it is. So
say, but that's exciting.
I'll keep my mouth shut on that one, but it's going to be pretty interesting. A little nervous about it, but
I can't wait because those are always fun videos, and they always come up with such unique challenges or twists. Well, you know, they have all different types of videos, but all of them are just such unique, creative things. So they're always fun.
Mm-hmm. They said they asked for me specifically for this one. I'm sure they probably say that to everybody, but I know that they're always looking for older women. So,
well,
I got old lady market down at Cut. So there we go.
Nice job.
So, you know, people have been, were you going to say something there?
That's all I got.
Okay. I was just going to dive right into what we're talking about.
Okay, let's talk.
All right. First of all, Sunday is National Hamburger Day or Cheeseburger. I think it's Hamburger Day.
Okay.
So if you are a fan of hamburgers, several restaurants are having specials. Like McDonald's, you get a free. They haven't decided. They're having a contest about which burger it is you get free. But you just have to spend $1, which their pop is $1. Sure, you have fries, or like you can get a cheap fry for $1, and then you get a free burger. Same thing with Burger King. And then a lot of other places like Applebee's has some kind of bundle for $10, like their fancy burgers and fries and a drink for $9.99. So if you're a fan of burgers, check it out. You know, just Google it, and you can find a lot of good specials for Sunday. So
all right, I'll check that out. National Burger Day.
Yeah, so that's cool. But a lot of people have been talking about this new Little Mermaid.
Okay, see, and I have not seen anything about it, but I also, you know how under a rock I am. I didn't even know they were making a new Little Mermaid. I didn't know anything about it. Haven't seen trailer, anything till
Mhm.
the last couple days. I saw a couple people comment that there was a new Little Mermaid, and some people had some reactions to other people's feelings about it, but I hadn't seen anything at all. So,
Right. So
oh,
I haven't either, but like, I really haven't, I am not really in the Little Mermaid mainstream market,
so did
So
did
I
Disney make
wonder,
it, or
like,
did somebody?
sorry, what?
Is it a Disney movie, or what's the deal on
It's a Disney's, like they're remaking it, like a live action, you know how
it?
they do
Same
that,
thing they
right?
did with the other. They've been kind of going through the roles
Right,
and
right.
changing each one to like
Yeah.
okay,
And I
caught
didn't
up.
know anything about it. I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't see any trailers until I heard people saying that there was a backlash, and then people are mad about the backlash. So
Right.
the one thing that has come up though is, it's because they have a black Ariel. They're saying so anyway. So people are complaining. I guess there was like 1.5 million dislikes on YouTube. And then people say, well, they don't even show the dislikes anymore. But then I guess there are some programs that you can go into where you can see the
Mm,
hidden dislikes. I don't
yep.
know if that's even true.
Interesting.
But I know like it's probably like that thing where you can get it on Facebook to see who unfollows you or some
Oh,
little weird hacky hack that you can get into. So, which by the way, I used to have that thing, and it would show me every time somebody unfollowed me, but it just crushed my soul. So why focus on the negative? I got rid of
yeah,
it.
that's fair.
Okay. So anyway, I thought we would watch the trailer for The
Okay,
Little Mermaid ourselves,
perfect.
then watch a video of young women, young girls watching the trailer of it, and then say what we think.
Okay,
Okay. So
okay.
I'm going to share my screen. Um, Whatever.
Oh, da, 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 da,
I
da,
gotta find the right one.
da, 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 da. I don't remember the Disney intro music to da 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 da.
Look
Da, 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 da.
at you. Look at that
Cheri.
cheesy. All right. Little Mermaid. Make it big
Okay.
and let's go.
Fun.
See it? Hear it?
I can hear it.
Out of the sea, wish I could be part of that
All
Fun.
right. Okay. So
Nice.
there's that. Now, can I go back?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I'll go like that. I'm so smart. And then I wanted us to look at this.
Okay. Parents are sharing their blood.
sea. Wish I could
It's the new Ariel.
be
That is Ariel.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
I think she's round. Round Ariel. Round Ariel is cute.
You should say brown Ariel is cute.
Yeah. Well, that's
Well,
fun.
that wasn't the good one that I saw earlier.
Welcome to Thursday Night Football, only on
Wow.
Prime Video.
Let me just get rid of this.
All right.
All right, so I will stop sharing. I showed the wrong video, but there's a video of a lot of little girls going, oh, she's black, little black girls.
Right.
And it's really a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
So I also heard one of the complaints was that it didn't really look like they're underwater.
Well, the thing is, anytime you have a movie, there are people who geek out on all of the effects, and it would be nice if it would look like they're underwater. I don't know how you do that with live action,
I don't either, but
but I think that if anybody could pull it off, Disney could
right.
with the resources they have.
But did you feel that while you were watching the trailer?
That they weren't
Like it seemed
underwater.
watery enough to me.
It did, although when they showed her close up singing, it did feel, I thought maybe she was at the surface, but I was trying, because they showed the hole and I couldn't tell if that was her sitting up on the
Right.
rock. Because in the original, or in the cartoon version, there's parts where she goes up to the rock and whatever.
Mhm.
And so I wasn't sure, but
I find it hard to believe that many people care about something like that.
yeah. And also, so this is the interesting thing. I was thinking about something with like acceptance, that like the whole epitome of like the highest level of acceptance is not even noticing. It's like not standing out, just being, doesn't really matter what's what. And I was thinking about that with something around gay culture and being gay, and people who are trans, who are, because I was having a conversation with a friend who is, and it's that whole idea that when you really are accepted, you're not called out anymore, and not even in a good way, like, oh, hey, good for you to be this. It's no, I'm just here, I'm just me, that's it. And so, we have to call out things to bring attention to what should be accepted, but there becomes a point where it's like, aren't we past that, where it's just no big deal, and it's just,
But apparently
color
they are.
shouldn't matter. And so, like, when you say that, like, about, okay, there's people out there that feel a certain way, I think that was your post today, was, where is all this negative stuff, or is it happening because I'm not seeing it? Maybe I'm just not surrounding myself with those types of people, which is fair, because I haven't seen any of that. But I also just don't go down some of those rabbit holes, and I don't scroll a lot.
Don't look for comment. Yeah, don't look for
it could be
comments on
there.
anything.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that to say, oh, hide in your ignorance and just don't look. However, the people that I embrace and that I really pay attention to are the people that don't have that viewpoint. And so, that's.
Well, it just made me wonder because, like, I don't know if you remember, but like when Noah died,
Mhm.
and they wouldn't take his tissue because he was gay.
Yeah.
And then some dude, I don't even know who he was, just out of the blue came in and started trolling my comments.
Yeah, that isn't even connected to you in any way.
So is he even a real person? So then it makes you wonder, like, there are bots and there are trolls, and is that what this is, or they're really, I don't know.
Well, and also there's some of the meanest people, or the worst mindsets, are the loudest, and when we give them attention, we give validity to the idea that there's more support for that viewpoint than there really is. And so the more we can just, kind of kill them with kindness, drown things out with love, where it's like, no, you know what, that doesn't get attention in my world, this positive energy gets attention. And it's not because I'm ignorant.
That's easy for us to say, though, being white.
Oh.
I don't think that's necessarily true if you're talking about racism. Like.
Well, okay,
You can't stomp it out by just ignoring it, you know?
well, no, that's true, but you can contribute to the world by bringing your best, by not being that way. Like for me, I'm going to enter the world a certain way. I'm going to be friends with everybody I can from every walk of life. That's my way to fight it, is to focus on the positive. But that's how I approach any problem. And it's, we all have different ways, because we do need people that are standing up and shouting and fighting, and we need people that are helping people that are hurt, and we need people that are leading the charge in different ways. And so I think there's a call for all sorts of pieces of the conversation, and we need to realize people are going to use their comfort level and their talents to hopefully move things in the right direction.
Well, all I can say is, maybe when that comes out when, March?
I don't know. That was the first I've seen of it.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how the conversation goes between now and then,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, if a movie's getting made, unless there's a historic reason that someone is a certain persuasion because of that, I'm not even saying because of the time period, but because of their role in history. If you're doing a movie about someone and that's a key piece of it, then it would matter who's portraying them to be reflective of the person.
This is a fictional character.
But when we're talking fictional or even historical things that aren't about that specific character, it's like, it doesn't matter who the person is. It's like when people get up in arms about whether or not a superhero is all of a sudden not what they were originally in a comic book. It's like, well, how many times does it make a difference whether or not the actor has different color eyes, different color hair, or a different body shape who is portraying this person? What's the difference of what the color of their skin is? Like, it's no different characteristic to who that is playing that person. It's a different of the same story. But
I don't know, people in their comic book stuff, I don't get it. So anyway, I hope the movie does well. I hope a lot of Black little girls get to go see themselves on the screen. Growing up as a fat little girl, I never saw any fat woman on screen that was anything other than the best friend who told crack jokes or the butt of jokes.
Yeah. Well,
and got to see a fat woman being the love interest or the star of the story,
Yeah. Well, and it was the same thing with gay culture. There was never a positive influence of a gay person. It was either that weird thing over there or that comedic relief.
Right.
And,
representation matters. It really does.
Sure. I agree. So it's good. And I think we need to celebrate the positive and just,
And naysay the naysayers. I all of a sudden got really hungry. I don't know if it was talking about Cheeseburger Day, Hamburger Day, whatever day that was.
Oh my God. I actually ate right before this, and I'm really trying to pay attention to eating right now, because I feel like I could eat and I could be hungry 5 minutes later. And I'm really trying to make sure I'm not eating just to fill a space or to avoid something, which I think many times I do. And I also have a hell of a sweet tooth. So I'm really trying to get that under control, although not hard enough, apparently.
No more late night walks to 7-Eleven to get ice cream.
I have been better about that.
Good.
Although I did have ice cream this week, but it had been a while since I've done that. Oh,
You know what I did? I
yeah.
won't say what restaurant I got it from, but from this one particular restaurant, we've been going and getting, but instead of getting the fries, I've been getting their little side salad, which is, I can't say who it is because people would yell at me for eating there. But let's just say their salad has this extra little ingredient that makes it so delightful. And I felt really good about eating my dinner last night. I had my sandwich and my salad, and I was like, this isn't even bad for me.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is, one of the things that my friend Laura, you know Laura, she's done
Mhm.
a marathon thing, and she's made a lot of changes in her life over the years. And one of the things that she talked about was this concept of just leveling up. And it's this gal that she listened to who would talk about like for me, if I go, instead of getting, like supersizing my fries, just getting a regular size fries, or just doing one little thing that can make a difference. And then it's like, you know what, this is a good choice.
Yep,
Doesn't
makes you
have
feel
to
good
be-
about yourself.
Yeah, and
I'm
you don't
not
have
really, I'm not really into policing food because I have so many years of diet trauma under me, and I also know a lot about that. And every time if you have like a weight problem, every time you go on a diet and then stop, you
Mhm.
gain more weight, and that's how you get progressively
Well-
fatter. I've watched it in my life. I know how that works. Your body has a set point it wants to stay at, but blah blah blah. So I'm
Right.
really like trying not to like police myself, but yeah, just make small changes that like, okay, well, I can have a salad instead of fries. That feels okay.
And like for me, one of the things is to ask myself, like, why am I eating, or why do I feel like I need to eat? Because sometimes for me it's mental, and it's not like, is my body actually hungry? And
For
so I'm
sure.
trying to get better in tune with that, so that I'm at least eating at the right time, and then maybe not feeling so bad about what it is I eat. Just okay, eat when
Well,
I'm hungry.
it's so hard because like food is love to so much of our culture. You get together with your family for dinner, you go out for dinner, it's kind of a thing. A birthday party, you have a cake. So
And even when you decide you're going to have a party, one of the first things you do, other than like the location, is, well, what are we going to have to eat? It's
right.
that's where you go. We're going on a road trip. What are the snacks going to be?
I know. Yeah. Um, so next week I'm going somewhere,
Yay.
and I don't want to tell anyone at my work where I'm going, or that I'm not going to be going to work. So I'm publicly telling about this on a podcast. The problem is that people are actually starting to watch this thing. So,
the
but you
thing
know
is,
what?
Cheri, if we whisper, they won't hear us at work.
Okay. So I've been trying to like put together like just a group of people that only they can see my post next week. But
Mhm.
every time I do it, it keeps like resetting itself and like putting up one person back in and not and taking two. Then I think I got it going on my PC, but then I look on my phone and it's still the same wacky. So I don't know who's going to see what. And it's
Interesting.
like, do I just give up and say screw it? I don't know.
I don't know, or just don't post.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We all know that's not going to happen.
uh,
But the other thing that I saw today while I don't even know how, stumbled upon it, because, I've been looking at pets.
oh yeah.
I was sad when Paris died, I was going to get like a new lap dog kind of dog, but
Mhm.
I just see how much taking care of the pets stresses out my husband. And so I'm like, I can't bring another dog into this house. I just don't want to do that to him. But then I know I can always pull the dead kid card. Like, come on. Well, ever since Noah died, I just need something to take care of. I know he would let. He even said, "Oh, you can get a dog," but I just don't want to do that to him. So I've been like actively restraining myself from doing it while looking at pictures of available dogs. That's like my
There,
pet Tinder, right?
right. That's interesting.
Every day, and then I'm like, no, I gotta swipe. I'll swipe. What is it? Swipe left if you don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for the right little lap dog is what I just want one that will be mine.
Yeah.
Well, right now, I think it's Auburn, is the Auburn Humane Society. Adult cats are free right now. And I'm like, well, I could get another cat, but cats are not You can't make a cat sit on your lap. A cat will sit on your lap when the cat wants to sit on your lap, you know.
Mhm.
I don't really want a cat. I want a little dog.
Have you considered a guinea pig?
I love guinea pigs, actually.
It's a
But they
guinea
poop.
pig.
They poop on you when they're sitting on you, though. So
Oh,
Andrew used to have a guinea pig, and its name was Guinea O Pig.
oh, funny.
And it was very sweet, and we handled it, you know, with guinea pigs, you got to handle them a lot when you first get them when they're babies.
Oh, to get them
And
used.
then they're just totally used to being around people, and they're not weird, and they're really fun
Okay.
and friendly. And so like he held that thing all the time. It was a great pet. But you know, you got the smell with that. But anyway, so today I'm looking on the internet. They have free dogs in Austin right now because their shelters are all overcrowded. Like they're refusing to take new dogs in.
Oh no.
I might need to rescue a dog, you know.
Uh,
What's he gonna say if I come home with a dog from Texas? I can't send it back. I hope he doesn't watch this. So anyway, that might
you
happen.
planned it.
I've already looked up on the line what, you know, how to travel with a dog. So I know it has to be a small dog and it has to fit in a little thing that you can put under the seat. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. I will try for it not to happen, but it might happen. So stay tuned.
Okay.
All right. You got an interesting story to tell me, I think.
Sure. Well, first, yeah. So I may have told you that I met a dude the other night. I was walking home from downtown, and when I walk home from downtown, there are like 4 bars that I walk past. So there's a lot of opportunities to stop and say hi to the folks I know around town. And since they're on my way home, and since I sometimes stop, I usually will know someone at least one, if not all of them. And there's more. There's just, 4 that would be kind of regular. But I
Right.
saw one that happens to be what you might call a very gay bar. And I was visiting with people outside, and this dude comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, love the mustache, blah, 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 all the good things. He's adorable, my type, has his life together, doesn't live in Tacoma, lives up north." And so I'm like counting drawbacks, because this is what I do. Like, okay, well, there's a reason not to pursue anything. He's into me, so there must be something wrong with him. Like, you start going through the list,
Like
right?
mustache, that's weird.
Right? Exactly. I mean, that's one of my jokes I've been saying for the whole time is this guy thought this was cute, so I can't trust his judgment. But I stayed for one drink. My friend was like, "Oh no, hang out, I'll buy you a drink." He bought me a drink. I had one, and I was like, "No, it's a early night for me. I'm not drinking that much." And I also didn't want to hang out in this party scene because it was a Saturday night at the bar, and I was like, this isn't what I'm gonna do. But I did text my friend and say, "Hey, if you want to give that guy my number, I wouldn't mind." So the guy sent me just his name and a smiley face, and I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you, person I won't mention their name on the show," and left it at that. And I didn't hear back from him, which was fine, because I knew they were out hanging out with friends and whatever. I didn't expect them to be getting in a text conversation that night. So I wasn't butthurt about it or anything. But then, Sunday comes, Monday comes, and I was like, I'm not texting him back because I texted last, right? That's international rules of texting. That's how I do it. And as for me, the guy lives up north, and there's a couple things where I'm like listing the reasons why it might not be the best fit. And then Tuesday, I have my therapy appointment. I'm telling my therapist this situation and how, I'm not chasing anybody. And he's like, "But is it really chasing if you just send him a text? Like, you really gave him as much as he gave you. Like, it's not like you put a lot more into what he sent you." And I was like, okay. He's like, and I had shared with him stories from the week before, which I think I had shared with you and maybe even here, about how I had a few people interested in me that I was comfortable walking away from and just being like, "No, this is not the right thing."
Right.
It's them, just not the fit for what I'm looking for, not in the same place. So I was just saying, it feels good to be very comfortable walking away and not needing anything. And although my fear is that I sometimes over justify that to tell myself I'm happy and that I don't want anything when that might be nice. So he was like, well, perhaps you could think about the fact that since it's so easy to walk away, that makes it okay to lean in and actually try a little bit, knowing that you're not that invested, or that you're comfortable enough saying, well, that, I wasn't hung up on this being, Prince Charming or anything, but I could at least say, hey, how's your week going, or whatever. So that happened Tuesday, and I was like, okay, well, maybe the next couple of days I'll text him. So yesterday I texted, said, hey, how's your week going? Question mark. Left it at that. Haven't heard back, which is fine. If he's interested in the next, day or two, I'm sure he'll reply. And if not, I'm not going to go. I mean, I figure if I haven't heard from him by the end of today that he's too busy or wasn't interested enough. And that's fine. Because I also don't want to confuse someone's feelings for while they're partying with what they really are interested in. So.
All right. Well,
that's my week. So.
How do you feel about it? Okay.
Fine. Fine. I don't I'm not gonna go actively look to meet somebody that's an hour away and create that dynamic. But if I happen to meet somebody in person and we click and there's chemistry, and that's one aspect that we need to get around, I'm open to conversation or seeing what works,
Right, well, it's not like it's not 90 Day Fiance and they're over in Morocco or something,
right. Yeah, we're not having to arrange meeting to even see if we like each other. And so so there, it's one of those things where there were enough things where if I don't hear from him, I'm not heartbroken. And there was enough good things that,
why not?
So that's that. I'm forcing myself to rethink about my approach in that world, that maybe every once in a while I don't necessarily have to chase people, but I could tap them on the shoulder, I guess.
Right. Well, it's going out of your comfort zone for one, and for two, I think it's like just a checkup on yourself to make sure that you're not pushing people away on purpose.
Yeah, and I think there's a fair amount. I mean, I was in a really negative relationship for a very long time, and so it does make me hesitant to, number one, trust my own judgment on something, and then trust the situation with other people. So
right, I get that.
And also, I'm at, I don't know how many times I feel like I'm going to be saying that I'm at a critical point with my business, but it's it's that baby toddler about to start walking on its own, and I can't walk away. I can't take the finger off the pulse or let my hand go quite yet, and just not,
right.
I can't divert too much attention from that. So anybody that comes into my life is going to have to know that there's limited space in the short term.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, so that's that.
I decided, I've really been thinking about this a lot, and I posted something about it last night, but my sexual mind reading is a really great bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really great, everyone else has a lot of fun with it, but I get nervous and I abandon it way too early, I think.
Okay.
Because it's all basically crowd work, and I'm worried I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings, or I'm not going to say the right thing, or I'm going to run out of things to say, or I'm going to go blank. So I do a couple and then I stop, and I'm like, I really need to build up that courage and that self-confidence that I can do this no matter what. And I'm like, what I need to do is just go do some open mics where it doesn't matter as much.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can, find ones where I can do 10 minutes and just force myself to do it for the full 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's a great
no matter how it goes, and not bail out. And so I got a lot of people that are willing to let me do 10 minutes at their places. Nice. So I'm going to start doing that. It's like I realize, being too comfortable, you're not growing. And I'm kind of at that spot right now where I need to push myself up to the next level, and it's kind of hard right now because I'm going through what I'm going through, and I know that I joked about having a dead kid earlier, but it's actually just horrible. It's
Oh, yeah.
horrible.
I think,
And I feel like that person that I was before this happened is gone. Like she's gone. She's never coming back. It's going to be me in a different form from now on, And so there's a lot in getting used to that. And, there's just a lot to that. So, but while I'm transforming, I might as well push myself a little bit and give it a try. So I'm going to be doing it. I think I'm probably start out at the 9:07 on Monday. It's a school night, but I have to take Tuesday off anyway for an appointment. So there we go. We'll see. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. I'm just gonna lean into it. It's scary.
and that's the thing is like when there's that balancing line of staying in a safe enough space that you don't overwhelm yourself, but that you still step a little bit out of that comfort zone for the growth and doing it in a safe way where, okay, I'm comfortable at an open mic and some of these rooms are rooms you're familiar with. I'm sure I know some of the places, I don't know who all said that, but a lot of them are very easy, comfortable rooms where at least that part's comfortable. And then you stretch with that. And, 10 minutes is not a big deal for you as far as comedic time. It's just a matter of that one piece. So,
but for that one piece, 10 minutes will kind of be long for me.
Yeah.
So no, but I mean, it's good. It's not a bad thing. So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited Saturday night's the disabled list at Northwest Film Forum. I will be there.
Awesome. That'll be a fun show.
Yeah, I always love going up there. I wish more people would come up there and see me when I'm there. I know not everybody can do downtown Seattle, Capitol Hill, whatever, but it's fun and it's an interesting show. And this is it's a film festival. We're opening the comedy shows, opening up the film festival. So I might be hanging out and watching some short films there.
Nice.
That'll be cool because we get access to that, being in the show and all. So that's fun.
Speaking of films, I think I saw an advertisement for Bros with that Billy guy, and I sent it to you because I didn't know what this was, and Cheri educated me. So now I know.
You want to go? Are you going to go?
I don't know. We'll see if we go, maybe.
It's theaters only.
Okay.
For 30th.
Oh, I don't know if I'm free that day. It's only on September 30th?
I don't know. It starts that day, I think.
Oh, I thought you said it's in theaters only on
Theaters
September.
only. Like you can't watch it on TV. You're being a dick. Okay. I can never tell with you.
No, that's awesome. You've got an amazing set of stuff coming up. I'm excited.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. Next week, I will be in Austin and
Bring it home.
for a contest down there. And I'm also doing a show. I get 4 minutes. So you got to help me. What's my best 4 minutes?
Okay.
Adam Lucky's one of the judges. So we want to do something that he hasn't seen.
Sure. Yeah.
A little bit. So I got some ideas. We'll talk about that some other time.
I have an idea that ran through my head that I need to share with you after the show too. Because I didn't want to say it publicly and have anybody steal it.
Okay, well, don't forget, write it down if you have to, because you're not old like me, so you'll be able to remember.
Oh, no, I forget left and right.
I have to write my name down or I forget. I got the sweetest card from a student today, like a condolences. What do you call it? Sympathy card.
That was beautiful. I
It
saw
was
that.
really nice. I love that girl. She's just a sweetheart. And it made, see, I feel like I could cry now. It really made me feel good because a lot of times at my job, I don't feel very appreciated. So that was very nice of her.
Yeah.
You got anything going on that you want to talk about? Oh, don't forget on the 26th. We have Odd Otter.
So on the 26th, we have Comedy at Odd Otter, which is exciting. That's going to be Sherry's Unmentionables.
It is, and we have a new item for our little consequences.
It's going to be fun.
So
Before
that'll
that, next Wednesday, I'm giving the keynote for a company's annual meeting, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's one of those things where it's a local company I hadn't heard of, because there's so many behind the scenes places, and I have mentioned it to a couple people, and both people, when I told them, they're like, I know it's boring, dry stuff.
yeah, you know me. This is my nap time.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
But twice I've told people, they're like, oh, that's a big group, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And so then I feel a little naive, but I am excited about it. So it's been on the books for a couple months, and it's amazing how quickly it's come up. So
Yeah.
I'm the last touches on my presentation for that. And one of the things, you talked about getting out of your comfort zone. I've been practicing different visual effects for my speaking, using some props and things. And I have another one that I have planned out. I'm working on the details of the speech right now, but I'm really excited about that. Like it's really fun, because all of a sudden it just opens up this whole new world of things I'm doing. And not that I'm always going to have props, but I think people learn different ways. And if you can have them visually see something happening beyond just trying to track the words you're saying, it makes a huge difference. So
I just realized that I think, is it Thursday? Dave needs to take Andrew to physical therapy, and I don't hear anybody leaving. I think he
Yeah.
might have fallen asleep out there.
and I'm wondering if, oh, you mean today, Thursday, like right now?
Like right now, yeah.
And I'm thinking maybe next Thursday, are you available for Scrutiny on the 22nd or no? I'm thinking maybe
I
not.
could probably do it from my hotel room in Austin.
So next week may be a play
Actually.
it by ear for Scrutiny, depending on how things are going.
Oh, the time will be different though.
Yeah,
Oh no, because I have a show at
yeah.
the
So
show that night. Yeah.
if we do it next week, it may be a different time, or it might not happen, but you can always, perfect time to go back and catch up on old episodes if we're not here, so that you don't have to miss
That's true.
Scrutiny.
I'm calling my husband. Sorry.
This is how we do it.
They already left. I wasn't paying attention.
Boom, 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 boom. Hi. Are you here, or are you gone?
Well, I guess I should probably go out there and check.
It's all good. It's been a fun show.
Maybe they left and I wasn't paying attention because I was so busy talking to you. All right. Yeah. Well, you got somewhere to be, so I'll let you
Head somewhere.
go do that. And I got some leftovers to heat up. So,
Okay, everybody have a great week. Enjoy everything you have going on, and be sure to come back for our next episode.
yeah. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe
Yeah, duh.
and like us and, all that good stuff. Okay. Bye.